These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning, Skippy.
Morning, Joshua.
How are we today?
We are fair.
Excellent. For those listening live, we had a comment last week about commercials or ads playing during the live broadcast and playing over the broadcast. I don't know how to fix it. I'm still looking. I don't get notified. Like, there's on our little soundboard that we have through Spreaker, there's no notification that a commercial is about to start or is playing. So if that was the case, then we would notify you and we would stop talking for 30 seconds or however long. But I'm working on it. So in the meantime, sorry. I know that doesn't happen on the recorded. It does stop the audio on the recording. So yeah.
So, in other words, if you'd like to sponsor us so those commercials may not appear, please let us know. Reach out to MFT guys on Facebook.
That works.
We'll gladly accept your Blue Chew money. or whatever else.
All right. Skippy, how was your week?
Let's just get into it. It was lackluster. It's a good word. I know I used that word last week, but it was definitely lackluster. I wish it would have been better, but
is there ever a week that you don't wish was better?
Well, so I had to take my dog to the vet. And then she needed some stuff, so that was a good $1,000 started on Monday. So I'm in the hole. Not to mention going shopping for the week. That's another $1,000.
Well, your vet bills doesn't come out of your business money, Skippy. Let's not get into this whole accounting thing.
But still comes out of overall money. Was able to go to a Tigers game on Tuesday with the wife. Definitely a great time. Good to see Miggy before you can't see Miggy no more.
You can't now. Yeah.
True.
Officially done yesterday. Whatever day it was.
Welcome to the podcast where Josh has to have the last word. Sorry, kidding. I had to. Anyway, we had two private events on Wednesday and Thursday. We were both invited back for, so that's always good. We were told that we were the most popular. The one on Wednesday was for an insurance company. They had 5 food trucks and a donut truck. And they said our line was constantly the busiest. So they gave everybody, I love your opinion on this one. They gave everybody a coupon book of $1 fake dollars, or 20 fake $1 bills. And they could take those $1 bills and go and buy something at whatever your regular menu price is. Now, if you do have any quarters involved, they asked you that you round up. So, okay. Well, we collected 1,816 $1 bills. And we had to count those at the end of the day to make sure that it was all right, because we did run a tab too, but just to make sure. But we didn't round up on the tab. And it was excruciating to count all those, mainly because the people they got if they got $18 worth of food, they just ripped off, 2 $1 bills and just gave us the book, which still had the glue on the end. So yeah, so it was excruciating is a good word for it. But it was a good time. And then Thursday was they paid us good money to drive all the way to Auburn Hills, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away. to hope that 150 people would show up. We were told again that we were a fan favorite, asked to come back, and we had a lot of leftover food. There was another food truck there and a mobile bar. So, and then Friday was our roadside day. Good time. Saturday we didn't do anything. Yesterday we snuck into our local Home Depot and made a couple bucks and booked a couple caterings for next year. Other than that, oh, by the way, remember for everybody who doesn't know, Josh has had the Square register for a long time, probably close to inception, right? Something like that, close to it. Okay, I just purchased my Square register. And I could not, for the life of me, or at least I thought something that was $800 would have Bluetooth capability. So I was searching for it, never found it. Because my kitchen printer is Bluetooth, so I had to order a USB cable. And my register decided to do an update, of course, right when I'm starting service. And come to find out, guess what's on there? Bluetooth. So yesterday was actually the first, or not yesterday, but Friday was the first full day of using the entire system as one. It's kind of neat. It was good. I like the system so far. Ish. Anyway, how was your last week of September?
I was just waiting for you to give me permission to speak again. I didn't want to take over anything.
Welcome to the podcast where it's all Josh all the time.
I'm only going to talk when spoken to. That's great about the Bluetooth. I didn't notice. We also have run into problems with those updates that we have started. That's our first thing we take out of the box when we get to a site now and power up the trailer is we take the register out just in case there's an update. Usually there's only one a week, typically, unless something breaks. And it's usually early in the week, but you can postpone them. It'll say update later, but it'll only let you do that a couple times, and then it forces it. So I don't know if that's what situation you were in, where it was a postpone, and then clearly they're not going to do it on their own, so we're going to force it type of thing. But yeah, so we're usually on site an hour ahead, and that's the first thing that gets turned on, just in case. Because yeah, we've been the same way where we turn on the register 5 minutes before service opens, and we have a 20-minute update going. So, excuse me. But yeah, our week was okay. It was fair. We got to cancel a dinner service because we sold enough food during lunch that I think we had like 2 pounds of pork left after lunch, and no brisket, so it wasn't really worth moving and resetting up for that. It was also supposed to be a rainy-ish day and not what was expected to be a very good lunch at the jail. We have decent lunches, and that's what we were expecting, and that's what we cooked for. But apparently they were having all kinds of training going on at the jail for corrections, and yeah, we were hopping, so that was good. We finished out the Hudsonville Farmers Market, which was, as expected, a good solid $300 lunch. Go team. We were down at Midwest for one of our final times. I think we have 2 more times out there.
Go team.
Go team. It was, yeah, Midwest is always a good spot for us. Yeah, it was a really good day. So we went from there all the way up to Hidden Shores, which is in Allendale. So a half hour past my house. So we had 2 hours. 2 hours of drive time. We shut down at 1:15, and we're open by 4 at the other location with a 2-hour drive. So, yeah, it was a miss on my part. I'm not sure how those 2 got scheduled on the same day, but we try not to have that happen too often. Then we had the Granville Fall Fest over the weekend, Friday, Saturday. It was good. I mean, yeah, we did more in the 5 hours each day combined than we did for the 3 days of our prize for twice as many hours being open at our prize. So, yeah, much more worthwhile. And we had cooked appropriately because we were expecting. Yeah, we were pretty close to selling out both days. I think we had half pans of everything both days. So by the time we closed, so
Good.
that's a good day, you know.
Yeah.
And then we're back in Newaygo on Sunday, and it was slamming for an hour and a half, and then it was crickets for the next 2.5 hours. As we're sitting on a half pan of pork for an hour and a half, no one. I would have given it away.
Yeah.
Buy a half pound, get a pound free. Just someone show up.
I wouldn't get 2 free.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, we were hot and heavy. We were cruising, and then all of a sudden there was no one in a 30-mile radius. It seemed like so. There wasn't even cars on the road driving by. I was like, "What the fuck happened?"
You must have been busy from what 11 to 12:30, and then when football happened, you weren't.
Maybe that was it, but usually we don't even get busy until like 12:30 because of church.
Yeah.
So a lot of 11 o'clock services. So we had people right at 11 o'clock, which was surprising. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, it was a good week overall. Ready for October.
Yeah, I'm ready for October.
We ended up like $800 up over last September.
Oh, I didn't even check that. Let's take a gander at that.
Which I will take that win, considering the events that we had, the festivals that we had scheduled that were absolute turds this last month.
Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna go last month versus. See, well, let me do that. I go to reports. Yeah, I've got a kind of fretting a $30,000 payment. Okay, so we ended September with a little over 34,000 in sales. Which I think it will beat.
I've said this 1,000 times, but I really wish the reporting on the website was similar to the reporting on the phones. I much prefer it on the phones.
It'd be good if I can do two. There we go. There we go. We're cooking with gas now. I'm up, call it 2,900 from last year, and down 2,000 from last month.
Yeah, we were actually, I think, up from last month. I don't know where my phone is.
We did pass.
Okay.
I don't know if I said that on the podcast last week. Can't remember what I did 20 minutes ago. We passed our entire sales for last year. So this month is all. You consider this month all gross? Is this month all growth? Or not gross, but growth, I should say.
Well, yeah. Anything over what you did last year would be sales growth, right?
Yeah. Well, my goal was what, I think I said my high goal was 250, my low goal was 225, so.
Where you at?
197. So I think we can get there.
Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you, Will.
I think we can get there. A lot of I'm definitely 3-1 cash or card over cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it.
That sucks. But especially when you start looking at your processing fees totals for the year.
At 4607.
Yeah.
I wonder of that how much they pay to like the four major.
To the credit card companies themselves, like Visa and
Yeah.
MasterCard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I bet you it's less than half.
Yeah, they're probably making a good chunk of change.
Yeah. Which is why they have wiggle room in there, you know. So even if you negotiate a smaller rate, they're still going to make some money, but your
Yeah.
your perception is happy. Oh, excuse me, happy. No.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
good.
transaction I was down 16%. Average sale I was up 15%. My average sale was like $34.
Cool.
So when we do invoices, I've never looked at this, so
Mhm.
maybe you can maybe you've looked at it. Invoices, understanding that. So if they pay you a deposit,
Yep.
does Square hold that?
Nope. Nope.
It
So
gets
it gets
deposited.
deposited, but it doesn't hit your sale number. So that $250 will be added to whenever they pay the full bill as the sale.
Okay.
Is that, if that makes sense how I explained it? But
Yeah, I think so.
yep, it
Just-
gets deposited the next day, just like any other money coming in, but it
Gotcha.
doesn't show on your sales report until it's paid in full.
Yeah, I got an email like last Wednesday. Hey, we're looking to have you out on this date. This is what we want. Please let us know if you're available. I'm like, oh boy. Luckily, I did have that lunch service available. But it was Stanley Black and Decker.
Cool. Yeah, you're getting some big name caterings.
Fair, yeah. Like it's okay.
What wasn't it, Car and Driver or whatever it was, Hot Rod
Car and
Magazine?
Driver was fun.
Yeah.
Except when I got a text after I pulled out of the parking lot. Man, I forgot to take a picture of your trailer in front of all the cool cars. Shit. There was
could have been
all sorts of
published.
cool cars there.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Ken Earl that got catering for one of the Batman movies that was filmed in Michigan,
Oh yeah,
which would have been super cool.
absolutely.
But yeah, a lot of that movie money in Michigan's dried up. So thanks,
Yeah.
Gretch.
Yeah, we have a lot of catering gigs this month.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
I have. We had someone reach out to us a couple of weeks ago that we did at their son's open house, and we have that tomorrow, Wednesday, and that's it. That was just added. Like I just created the invoice yesterday, and it was paid today, and that's our last one. Unless some other stuff pops up, but lots of we are quoting a lot for next year already, which is good. Hopefully, we can snag some of those quickly. It would make me feel a lot better about dropping the money that we're dropping this off season.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I
So,
booked-
yeah, it's,
I booked two for next year already.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think my trailer's gonna end up being right around 58, but I think I might have him not include some more equipment, and I'll just pick it up on my own and install it. Just have him get everything ready. You know, run the electrical still, and then I will get it in. Maybe, I don't know. But he asked me about if I wanted cabinets and stuff, and I'm like, nope, sure don't. I'm just not sure how we're going to use the space for sure yet, especially the empty space. And I can get stainless steel tables, you know,
Yeah.
pretty cheap, and they're not hard to install and secure. So cabinets are nice, but I mean, we can make do without for the most part. So
Yeah.
I really don't want to add another $5,000 onto the trailer and stuff
Yeah,
that's
I
going to
mean-
cost me, $500 to do when I already have to. I mean, new generators and more square stuff and all the other things that are still going to have to get paid for. So, but yeah, super exciting. So yeah, we're getting. When's your finish date? Do you know yet?
So, I like the communication I've been getting.
Yep.
They send you a roadmap of when they believe, like what stage they're in. So I actually just got an email last week, and it says, please hold. Where'd it go?
Standing by.
Okay, so information on phase 2, part A. So once phase 2 is completed, which phase 2 is, so phase 1 is the framing, painting, electrical, wood floors and walls. Phase 2 is installation, aluminum skin exterior, aluminum skin interior, and flooring and cabinets. Phase 3, part A, would be range hood, sinks and plumbing, windows, air, and any custom work.
Range hood. I thought you weren't getting a hood.
I'm not, but this is the
Okay.
standard roadmap.
Gotcha.
So part 3 is known as the options department. While the majority of our trailers get a standard set of options, the specific options you chose are getting installed at this time. So basically, it's kind of the examples are showing me the sinks and everything like that, and then the next one is final payment due. And I'm still weary about this, but I've contacted a few people that have gone through this company, and they have nothing but great things to say about it.
So yeah, I think we quickly went over it. It's got to be that they are not manufacturing the trailers, so they're buying the trailers. Yeah, so they're buying the trailers.
Yeah, it's coming from Freedom.
Okay, so they're Freedom trailers, and then they outfit them the rest of the way. Gotcha.
So I talked to people because I've always heard that Freedom isn't the best. I guess they've come a long way, as long as you're not driving them, 50,000 miles a month, like all the competition guys were doing, or long distances kind of thing. I'm like, well, I am driving to Tennessee and back.
Well, yeah, I mean, what constitutes long distance?
Yeah. I don't know. So the next one is, if they say final payment due, and then trailer arrives at finishing facility, which I believe is where I'm picking it up. That's where they send me pictures. Initial quality control inspection, installation of specialty equipment. Final quality, or phase 5 is final quality control inspection, and schedule pickup and delivery, or pickup or delivery. Yeah.
So what's your expected delivery date?
I asked if there was any chance it'd be ready before we go down to Texas for the World Foods. So I'd love to be able to go down, pick it up, and just drive it to Texas, so we at least have a place to not rest our heads, but stay dry and stay cool.
I think that definitely constitutes long distance.
It does. Hopefully the torsion axles will help. But
Yeah.
there's really the only thing that's in there is equipment. So
Yeah.
I did because this one was going to be more for like festivals and stuff. I actually thought about emailing him and saying, what if I took out, because I have a 4-foot table, work table,
Mm-hmm.
and taking that out and putting maybe a 24 or a 30, and maybe adding a second warmer. I thought about it.
Yeah.
But I also have the porch, which is there's going to be space and electrical on the porch too. So if I wanted to, I could throw something out there. Ish.
Yeah.
But at least there's a lot of space for Cambros. I mean, I can definitely throw those out there too.
Right.
Anyway, I'm just hoping that it exceeds my expectations. I'm nervous as hell about it. I'm nervous as hell about what's going forward and what next year holds.
But it's good though. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I haven't even officially ordered yet, but it's yeah, I'd feel better if
I never thought I'd be in this decision making experience. Like I knew I was going to get a new one because this one was used and used hard, and so I knew that was a chance. But then the opportunity to run a second one is still just it's intimidating, very intimidating.
yeah, I am proud of your growth, Skippy.
Scared out of my mind.
You have come a long ways in the last month and a half. I'm gonna guess month and a half because it was at least over the summer when you refused to not be on your trailer at all. Like
Yeah,
you were gonna be the guy that's in the window, that's on the trailer every day. If you're open, you're there. If you're not
it's
there,
gonna kill me.
the business isn't open. So the fact that you came from there to having now two trailers where you're not going to be on one at all is pretty remarkable, and the anxiety that you're feeling is completely natural. But you got to do shit that scares you, man. That's the only way to true growth.
Funny thing is, my mom wants to run that trailer for me.
Look at that, man. Cheap labor.
She's my HR department. Are you kidding me?
Now Chris is mine, which makes it weird because I usually am the one yelling at him. So he has. But on the other hand, he has no one to complain to.
What happens if I yell at the if I yell at the complaint department or the HR department?
They have no
She'll
one to
say,
complain
"Hey."
to. Yeah.
She'll say, "You see this little wastebasket right here? This is the complaint department." They don't get paid.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah, it's just intimidating. So, but we'll figure out how to get through it.
you have.
Because now it's going through booking events and
Yeah, but you have a major hurdle cleared. You have a designated spot for that trailer or for your current trailer.
yes.
So really, worst case scenario, you still only have to book one trailer.
True. Yes.
So, all things considered, not much has to change for next year. You can ease your way into it, and I think
Yeah,
you should.
absolutely.
I don't think you should double book events until you get to
Like,
summer.
I
Yeah,
hated
like,
I hated double booking events this year.
yeah. I would. Yeah, I'd let yourself get acclimated to the two trailer thing and let it sit at your permanent location for a month or so to kind of work out how you're going to feed both trailers and those processes first. And that's what I like. We're hoping to get delivery in March is our goal. I'm
So let
probably
me
going
ask
to
you
have
this.
to spend up.
Would you charge like for on site when you start getting booking for like grad parties or on whatever you do on site? Considering one trailer is bigger than the other,
Mhm.
would you charge more for the bigger trailer?
I mean,
Or
unless
give
you're
them
letting
the
them
option.
pick which trailer
Well, yeah,
you want.
I mean,
But-
give them the option, I guess.
No, because I would base it on need. If I had two events on one day, I would probably opt for the bigger event to have the bigger trailer, just for space wise.
Yeah.
Or that's how I would do it. I wouldn't necessarily charge additional to have a bigger trailer there. I'm probably in the minority though, so I know a lot of people that are friends of ours that do some catering and stuff. Like I know Big E is $500 just to have the trailer on site.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's bringing
I
Cambros.
know a taco truck that's like $250 just to have the taco truck.
Yeah.
Like, how else are you gonna serve it?
But yeah, we've talked about that a lot. It's convenient for me. I'd rather be able to do that, especially with our nicer events like weddings and stuff where we're using, our nicer servingware, and we have a lot of dishes when we do weddings, even though it's not plates and stuff. We still have, the chafing dishes and the servingware and all those little things that we have to wash.
Yeah.
I don't want to take them back to the trailer an hour away. I want to knock it out there and get it done, and when we leave, we're done.
Yeah.
So for me, it's all convenience for me, and it's worth the wear and tear on the trailer.
And I'm starting to think that way. Like I told last week I booked my first buffet wedding that I'm absolutely going to bring a trailer for, just to make sure that it goes smoothly, and
it's so much easier to keep food warm and to be able to control the temperature on food.
Yeah.
And you can always throw it on your smoker if you need to,
Yeah.
And you don't have to have everything done before you leave your house.
Exactly.
You can have beans on the smoker as you're rolling down the road. Or this weekend, So yeah, it's too convenient for us not to bring it for most of the part.
So we have we got questions last week that we didn't answer. So
I thought there was more, and I didn't have it pulled up on my screen. But
I happen to have it pulled up.
Awesome.
So, the title of this question is "Etiquette with Other Food Trucks," and I've talked to this individual personally. But we can let's talk about it together.
Mm-hmm. I remember this question. Yeah.
Yeah, we all have, me and you and this question asker has a background in competition barbecue. It's how we all got started in this wonderful green. And we know how things are. Camaraderie, we always use the hashtag barbecue family. Mm-hmm. If somebody needs something and somebody else has it, typically they'll say, hey, I'll let you borrow it or let you have it, whatever. Should you treat food trucks like it's cutthroat and the hell with everyone, or help thy neighbor? It seems to be hit or miss with some. You have been in this business a little bit longer than I have, but I will tell you, I have made the best friends in the world with food truck operators. I do feel that they're, for the most part, are very forthcoming and very happy to help or happy to give advice, or just if you're going someplace that they already were, they're happy to even let you know how they did. I've only come across a handful that are, I would call them egomaniacs and think their shit don't stink. But sometimes that's the way you are. So what say you?
I've had similar experiences where it is a little bit hit and miss. And I think that's going to be true in anything. I mean, it was that way in barbecue, where there was teams where you just don't talk to them. And they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to help you out. You could be set up next to them. Your pit could be on fire, and they wouldn't wake you up to let you know. They'd just let the fucking thing burn down.
They're there to win, not make friends.
Yeah. So yeah, I had the same approach when I entered the food truck. Like I'd walk up and talk to other food trucks and be as friendly as we could. We weren't at a lot of events with other food trucks for our first 3 years. Yeah. We didn't do a lot of festivals and fairs and stuff. And the ones we did, we were always so busy to have time to do that. This year's been a little bit different. We've been set up with other food trucks a lot more this year, which is good. And I welcome. I've said it the whole time that I think anywhere that has 2 food trucks is better than a roadside. Even roadside is better than having just one. It makes it seem more of an event. It gets people in more. So yeah, we've been next to other food trucks a lot more this year, which has given us the opportunity to talk to them and be cordial. And for the most part, did you hear that? Just got something weird over sound-wise. Anyways.
I'm good.
Okay. It almost sounded like a video started to play and pause real quick. You watching porn over there, Skippy?
Or,
Easy, Mel Tucker.
no, nope, nope. Corn here.
So yeah, and we've made some good friends, and we've have relationships with a couple trucks now that yeah, we can ask for things like we've needed sour cream, so we've asked for. I mean, we've gotten sour cream from other trucks and stuff. So we've even offered to pay for it. It's like, nope, don't worry about it, just take it, and we've handed out things to other trucks that we can help with. We've collabed with other trucks while we're at festivals and stuff. So
Absolutely,
we've handed out we've given them barbecue sauce and brisket to a pizza truck. I think you've done the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean that stuff's fun and to do. Our latest acquaintance that we talked to for the first time at our Art Prize event, which was really handy to talk to trucks because it was so damn slow. And there were so many of us. So Bigfoot Burger was set up right across from us, and then this last weekend they were right next to us. Really great guys. They're doing half-pound burgers. Outstanding food, outstanding
probably
fries.
for $7.
Huh?
Probably for like $7.
Nope. So half-pound burgers and fries for $15. I mean,
oh, it's cheap for a half-pound burger.
Yeah, and they're quality ingredients. I mean, they're not just a cheeseburger with ketchup, mustard, and onion. They're full-on fancy bougie burger. So, yeah, really good. I would like to have him on sometime, and I think he would. Anyways, he's doing the Ionia Apple Festival this coming up weekend. And one of their stipulations there is you have to have an apple item on your menu.
Sure.
So he was talking to me. He's like, yeah, we have to have this apple item. I think we're going to do some sort of apple burger. He said, I got some stuff with me. Will you try one out? So it was what was he doing? The first one we had. So it was apple and Gouda. And then he had a blueberry butter with it too. So he brought over quarters of this burger, and it's like, it's good, but all I taste is blueberry. All I get is the tartness of the blueberry. I don't get anything apple in it at all. Said, have you thought about doing like maybe an apple slaw as a topping on the burger? That way you get all the crunch from the apple and you get the flavor from the apple. She's like, yeah, no, I never thought about that. So next day he brings over another burger with apple slaw on it, and it was nice to be able to talk back and forth about it. And I mean, we've tried apple slaw before, not actually on the truck, but as we were making the menu originally, and I couldn't get it to where I wanted it.
It's hard.
But yeah, his was really good, and I'm interested to see how it works out. And it's now prompted me to go back to that item and see if I can get something to work, especially in Michigan in fall, where it is apple season.
Yeah, if it were me, I would have done like a ground pork burger.
Yeah.
With like an apple butter barbecue sauce or apple butter. Even that apple and Gouda kind of thing would work out good because apples and pork typically go well.
Yeah,
but I like the idea. I love the cheesecake. The Cheesecake Factory made their name off of cheesecakes and a 35-page menu.
Yeah.
I swear that's what I would have if I had a restaurant as a 35-page menu.
So yeah, we left our trailer at this site overnight. They were next door to us. They were not going to leave their trailer. I said, and then he comes back and said, "Are you sure you're leaving your trailer?" I said, "Yeah, it's fine here." I said, "I'll be back at 4:00 in the morning." So your trailer is only going to be unattended for, 6 hours plus there's on-site security. I said, I can keep an eye on it when I'm here. And he's like, all right. He's like, I don't have any gas. I said, I got plenty of gas. Let's fill it up. You're not going to run out of gas just running a refrigerator on it. Your Predator 9500.
True.
But yeah, I tell you, that thing idles up and down so much. Like every time I'd go out to the smoker, it would idle down. I was like, oh, is it out of gas? Like I almost went over and just filled it just to make sure. But
it does idle.
It sounds like it shuts down. It's shutting down every time it downshifts or whatever.
Yeah, their eco mode is so low, like you can barely hear it when it's on eco mode.
Yeah, but yeah, his generator is 3 feet from the back end of the smoker, so I was hearing it every time I was, because there's no other noise. It was 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, really cool guy. But yeah, there's other people where they'll bitch if there's and I get it, if too many of the same kind of truck whatever. So there was another barbecue place directly across from us that was on and off about being mad about us being there. So, but we talked to them too. I gave him a tour of the trailer. He was getting ready to place an order with Southern Dimensions. So yeah, I mean, he did well. We did well. We did better than him on Saturday. But whatever. There's enough people there. Let your food stand out. At the same time, I get annoyed when Two Bones is around, so. And their fucking bus.
On that note.
But yeah, even then, I mean, we're friendly with each other. Like, we talk to each other. He came up to us at our prize, and we talked for 20 minutes, you know? I hate that he's been able to organize. I don't hate. I'm jealous that he's been able to organize exclusivity at some spots as being the only barbecue vendor allowed at some of the busier breweries and stuff. So
I hate that with a passion. I hate that because there's. So I'm assuming you've heard of Finders Keepers.
Just like from when we were kids, Finders Keepers, Losers Weepers.
No, so Finders Keepers Vintage Market. So it's like 100 vendors selling their like tchotchkes and stuff, but it's busy and it goes. It might just be on the east side of the state plus a little bit of Ohio. There's one barbecue place that has the whole thing, and it irritates the bejesus out of me because they're not that good, and whatever. Anyway,
so
nope.
Well, I want to be able to get to Isaac's stuff because he asked that we spend some time.
Oh, absolutely.
But so yeah, I want to make a note on coming back to.
Yep.
As we plan for next year, would it be? So we have all these places that we can't get into. Would it be okay if I took food like mid-November? I cook up a spread of food and drop off a small buffet at each one of the places for their staff. As a hey, think of us next year.
Yeah.
To kind of showcase food, and as a nice gesture. So that's all I was thinking. But anyways,
probably.
Yeah. Next question.
Last one was, when do you start to show displeasure with an organizer of an event? For an example, got contacted last night about an event near me. I know it's going to be a small thing. Two things stand out. One, the local food truck in town is not doing it. And after they contacted me, which I told them to call at the soonest, they call 1 hour and then post it in the food truck group looking for food trucks saying they had cancellations. I read that, by the way, how it is worded.
Yeah.
So basically, it's when do you start showing... Well, all right. So the easy answer is don't do it. If you think that it's not going to work out for you, don't do it.
Yeah, so if I saw that post... So you signed up, you were confirmed, and then like an hour later you saw a post that said they had cancellations and they were looking for more trucks. I would reach out to the organizer and say, hey, what the fuck's up? Depending on their answer would be how I go forward. But yeah,
don't worry about why the local guy's not doing it. Maybe he's booked elsewhere and he can't do it. Okay.
Yeah, there's 1,000 reasons why someone doesn't go to an event. Yeah,
don't overthink why somebody is not doing something. Concentrate on yourself. As bluntly as I can say that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about what other people are doing. As soon as you stop focusing on your stuff and your food and your business, you're going to start losing. So, as I just talked about how I hate Two Bones and their fucking lines. But yeah, it's a work in progress.
From our friend Isaac. So I'm going to ask you the 4 questions, and you can ask me what his question.
Okay.
Joshua, number 1, can you take us through what you did year over year in sales so we can see a progression?
Yes. I knew that was... that's the only part of that I read, so I knew that one was coming. Let me pull it up real quick. So we started July 19th was our first day open of 2019. So I'm going to pull those reports one by one. Sorry. I should have been better prepared, but I have been busy.
Oh, and I didn't realize that all 4 questions are the same for each person, so I'll follow you.
Okay. So yeah, 2019, we started, like I said, July 19th was our first day open. For the most part, we only did weekends. Occasionally there was a 3-day weekend in there. I think we had 1 or 2 little catered things that we did, mostly for people we knew. And I think where I was working currently had us for a small event as well. So, with that being said, we did a whopping $29,642 in 2019. And that, again, doing weekends, mostly from, that was solid weekends through probably October. And then we had a little bit of 1 catering gig in November. Yeah, our busiest day that year was at the Silver Lake Apple Festival. So we did, that was a Friday, Saturday. On Friday we did $1,700, which was our busiest day of the year prior to that. And then on Saturday we did $3,000 on 225 tickets. So pretty good days. Back then, $3,000 was an unthinkable amount of money for us to put through that truck.
I came up on Saturday. What did you tell me you had left?
Nothing.
In the salad.
Yeah. And our portions were, if you think our portions are big now, they were bigger then. We were filling a 9x9 with macaroni and cheese before we even topped it. Filling it. We had gone through 24 pans of mac and cheese. And I think 16 pork butts.
So of that $3,000, you might have made $50.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially once you take off 20%. That goes to Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous. Now on 12 pans of mac and cheese and 6 pork butts, we're doing about the same. So, need to sprinkle in some ribs and brisket too. But yeah, inflation, man, it's crazy. So that was 2019. Nothing spectacular. We were figuring shit out. We had no idea what we were doing. The fact that anybody showed up on that first day is still remarkable to me, considering it was in my front yard of the house. And we even had some comments on our Facebook event. It was like, "It's at some dude's house." It's like, yes, it is.
Just so you know, he has a big family.
I do. I do not. Shut up. 31. Sorry, trying to get to the next year. Had to change it more than I wanted to. 1. All right. Nope. 20. Oh my gosh. Why can't I push the right buttons?
Isaac, I'll answer you first since he's doing it. I was at 194 last year, and I'm at 197 year to date.
All right. On to 2020. 2020, we did 155.8. So that was with us opening June 1st, for the most part full time. We were doing weekends. We had some scattered days prior to that, doing some weekends, and then full time in June every day, 6 days a week, roughly. It looks like we had a lot of weeks where we did 2 days off or 3 days off in a row. Again, we were at the height of the pandemic. So 155.8 in our first fullish time year. And then 21 is when we're going to see the big jump to, oops. Oh my. From the year 202. Close. Oh, fuck me. Sorry, folks.
Jesus wasn't born yet.
All right, so in the year 2021, so we went from 155 to 283. So that's 6 days a week pretty much from mid-March all the way through October. So our last day of service was October 30th that year. So that was our big jump. And that was the extra, we had an extra 2 months of full time there. So with April and May and a half of March. And then 2022, we were about 300, I think. This is absolutely driving me batshit crazy. Last year. Let's just push that button. 2022 we were at 310. 5. And this year we're at 296 right now. So
Hold on, 310.5. What's that? 315?
310,500.
Oh, 500. Okay.
Yep. Sorry. It made sense in my head. So naturally it should make sense to everybody else.
It should.
It should, yeah. So again, and then, yeah, so 2022 is when we decided that we were going to try something fun for winter and do soups and paninis, and which wasn't awful, but definitely not worth the effort involved. So for us to do it, I mean, we were only doing 2 days a week, I think, 2 or 3 days a week. I think it was 2. Yeah, it was. I mean, we were making a couple $100 a week, clearing a couple $100 a week, maybe 100, 150 or something like that. So yeah, for the effort involved and driving the trailer in the winter through the snow, through the salt, I have visible rust spots now on some parts of the like nothing that's deteriorating the frame of the trailer, but there wasn't a spot of discoloration anywhere on that frame before this last winter. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it for us. Now, maybe with the second trailer, and if we can find that permanent spot, maybe, yeah, if we can park the trailer in a lot somewhere for the winter and we can do that, then maybe, have somebody out there running it for 5 days a week or something, just for lunch type of thing. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, as of right now, no desire to do that this winter. Like I said, by the time we hit mid-November, it will be 50 out of 51 weeks or 51 out of 52 weeks that we will have been open. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for mid-November.
Oh,
So,
yeah, because you ran the winter last year. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had consistent. I'm expecting for us to be 330 to 340 this year right now. A little bit more if we can hit some good days, but that's kind of where we're expecting to be. So, yeah, roadside was down this year for us, and catering was way up. So, I think that's partially post-pandemic. We're back to normal. People are back to offices, and we just need to figure out how to get to the new normal. So,
Yeah, I agree.
hope that answers it, Isaac.
So second one for both of us is the same, and I'm not, I guess, sure what he's asking for, but we'll dive in. Per day, assuming lunch and dinner service, what's the cost to run your truck? In parentheses, not including food and labor.
Okay, that's easy. So, not including food or labor.
What's just the cost of gas to get there? And
Yeah,
if there's
so
any-
it's all your other stuff. So your gas for your generators, cost. So I knew what our daily cost of our lease payment was. So it was $200 a day for the days that we were open. So we were, a typical year, we were open for about 200 days. 190, I think, is what it actually was. So just to cover the cost of the trailer payment was about $200 a day. So regardless if we were open or not, it was $200 a day. Or yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, that's the big one. You take out food or, disposables and stuff. I can tell you what our number was, what our number is right now, and it's about 7. And that includes trailer payments still. So, Yeah, we need to be over $700 every day to clear a profit for the day. But that's food and labor
Yeah.
too.
I mean, I think mine might be lower just because I
It
always
should
top
be.
off, always top off my generator when I go somewhere. But
On an average day for us doing lunch and dinner service, we're only going to go through about 5 to 6 gallons of gas. So right now it's about $25 a day in fuel for the generators. For the pickup truck, it's diesel. I mean, $4.50 a gallon, give or take here right now. And that depends on where we're going. So we drive anywhere from 5 minutes away from our location to an hour and a half. So, but yeah, those. I mean, electricity at the house is pretty negligible. I'm not paying a separate service fee on my electricity. I'm not sure how to better answer the question. Because a lot of our utilities that we have, like a restaurant has its own utilities, so power, water. Because I park at the house and so does Skippy, it just kind of all ties. I don't separate it out. So trash for me, we have 6 roadside cans because we can't get a dumpster at my house. Is I think 180 every 3 months or whatever, every quarter. I have a storage unit that we keep some of our dry stock in, containers and wraps and stuff like that. For $100 a month. So you break it down to the day, it's like $3 a day. That's the best I can answer it.
yeah, it's hard for me to answer it. But I mean, I'm going to say less than $10 probably, for sure. Yeah. All right. So next one is, what's your goal per day in sales?
You want me to go first, or you want to go?
Mine's 500 every day I go out. It's a minimum of 500.
Okay.
Ends up being 2,500 a week.
So I go based on, we set our goal for the year. So, which this year, I don't even remember what we did. I know we're not going to hit it. Our high goal, I think we were hoping to hit 400 this year. Which I think worked out to about 1,600 a day. So that's kind of our goal, if we can get there. That's definitely not our profitable number. Like I said before, so like 700 gets us to our profitability area. But yeah, we want to be able to grow. So it's higher than that. So, 1,600 is a good benchmark for us. We'd love to get to the 2,000 a day average. Actually, 2,000 a day would get us to about 400,000 a year. So, 1,500 is pretty much where we're at right now. Looking forward, trying to hit that. When we do all day private events and stuff, where they're getting food off the trailer and off our full menu, I mean, we charge $2,200, just because that's ultimately where we need to be or want to be for our daily sales. So, take away a good lunch and a good dinner, and we're there, So that's what we charge for a full day taking us out of service.
Yeah.
So but 1,500 to answer your question.
How do you prioritize building a weekly schedule, events, catering, and then fill it with roadside? The answer is yes, absolutely.
Yep. So the way I work my schedule, for roadside stuff, so all of our roadside stuff is movable. There's no set contracts with anybody. We have a couple spots where they do bring in other food trucks at that location, like Wiseman Distillery. So we kind of give them a tentative, here's what we're looking at. And then we tell them that we will give them a minimum of 2 weeks notice if we can't make one of those dates. So we'll fill in as much of our schedule with our regular locations as we can. And then as catering stuff comes in, we will adjust accordingly. But catering and other events will always take precedence, for the most part, over our roadside stuff. So, yeah.
Good. That would be that.
Which is why I need to go away from a hard calendar and go to digital. Because I have a few days that are crossed. Locations or events crossed off 4 times.
Does that mean
As we
don't
run through,
do them,
so.
or does that mean you're not doing them? Or
Crossed off would be not doing them, but yeah. And then somebody else cancels something, and then all of a sudden I need to reschedule it. And we've had a couple of those. But
yeah,
my little square gets full of stuff. But yeah, we're going digital next year, so.
I've been digital all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I got nominated for Best Burger in Jackson.
Was that the end of the questions?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were asked the same ones.
All right.
I don't think there was any more because we talked about organ subdivisions. We talked about that. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Isaac, if you're listening live with the Spreaker, you can use the chat feature if you needed any more clarification on those. So. Okay. Onward.
So I was nominated for Best Burger in Jackson.
Congratulations. It's a very distinguished honor for a burger truck.
But I did do burgers as a special for Roadside on Friday.
How'd it go?
They sold out.
Good.
Maybe I should be a burger truck.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, I love doing them as a special. Just so I cheat. I go Sam's Club, and they take the big old 10-pound chubs, and we'll cut them into equal portions for me, and then ends up being like 36 burgers, and I pay, I don't know, $30 a chub. They don't charge me to slice them, so I charge $10 for them, and pretty good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're prime. At least they say they are. That's what it is. It tastes
Cool story.
good.
I expected there to be more to go with that.
People liked them.
Good.
That's all I
I'm
got.
happy for you, bud.
Sorry, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
I hope you win your award.
I will not, because I'm not trying. Because I'm not a burger truck. Actually,
I'm not trying. You were trying.
You can write in who you want to, or who you want to vote for, and I was told by the local pizza guy that they do different categories every year. So I wrote the pizza guy in as best burger truck, and it says best gift shop. I wrote Kmart. So glad to see Kmart might make a comeback just because I wrote him in on a local survey.
Speaking of stores that are no longer, Toys R Us is planning on opening a couple of stores again.
Well, so they have.
Yeah.
They've been in Canada. They never closed out of Canada, I guess.
Yeah, but they are working on a relaunch strategy, including stores in the U.S.
Do you believe that Jeffrey will be a part of it?
I don't know why not. Why wouldn't he be?
Jeffrey the giraffe? I don't know.
Kind of the thing.
I mean, We had a store called in Massachusetts called Child's Play. I know, right? That was our toy store. The only I remember going there twice. The first time was my birthday, and then my mom said I could pick out like $50 worth of stuff. I'm like, cool, mom. And
Well, if it was priced like Toys R Us, then it was one thing.
well, this was my like sixth birthday in 1986.
So two things.
2.5. No, I got a bunch of micro machines. Remember micro machines?
I fucking do, yes. Loved Micro Machines.
And then the second time I was able to go there and pick out stuff, I got WWF little Hasbro action figures
Nice.
because I lost all the micro machines from the year before.
Your parents got tired of stepping on them, so they threw them away.
Whee! There's that and Transformers and Voltron.
I could never get into Transformers. I was never very good at transforming them. So I'd always get like halfway through and couldn't get it the rest of the way, and then I just have all these misshapen. It looked like Make a Wish Transformers.
They were special.
Yeah, or Wish.com Transformers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wish.com. Yeah. Why is only 2 tires on that car? But that's how it came. Yeah. But my younger cousin was always was divorced. His parents were divorced, so his parents would all get him the cool stuff to.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have borrowed stuff from his house one day and took it home. Yeah, I was a little
Borrowed.
troubled. I borrowed it. I wanted to play with it.
Permanently.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, what else you got?
We got fall weather on this side of the state finally. Coming.
Yeah, we don't. We had 80 yesterday.
Well, yeah, I know. It's coming. We have a high of 57 on Saturday.
Well, let's take a look at our schedule.
Or Sunday. Yeah, it's going to be 80 here for the next, I think, through Wednesday, and then it sounds like the bottom's going to drop pretty damn quick.
Holy jeez.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
for
we
you
got
too.
83, 85, and 82.
Uh-huh. And then?
68 with a 70% chance of rain.
And then
62, 52, and 53.
yeah, with a chance of snow.
So 52, I have a wedding scheduled that day.
Hey, guaranteed money, baby.
He's been really late on paying it. Paid his first payment really late.
No, we so Deep Roots, the produce place that does the corn mazes and everything, they had mentioned to us last time we were there that it was a little slower than they thought it'd be, but 80 degree, they never do super good on warm days. Like, they need fall weather.
Yeah.
And every weekend has been like 80 degrees over the last month. So we're there Saturday and Sunday this week. I am looking forward to seeing if that holds true now that we're going to have fall weather on Saturday and Sunday. So that, and I'm tired of running the air conditioner on the truck. It was miserable the last 2 days. Just muggy and too warm. Too warm for October.
I guess I'm lucky to have a big window.
Yeah.
It's right by the back door, so I put a screen up over the back door, so we just keep the back door open and we get a good cross breeze.
Yeah.
But that warmer is a pain in the ass when it's really warm in there.
Yeah, I mean, we were in a parking lot Friday and Saturday, so I mean, it was just everything was baking, and we're ready for jeans and hoodies. I'm ready to start wearing pants on the truck.
Well, you already wear pants on the truck. We didn't talk about underwear, folks. He definitely wears pants.
No, the other way around. Definitely wear underwear, not always pants.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else you got?
We don't really have a lot to talk about today.
Sorry. Go Lions. The Lions are doubting. Continue to dominate.
The Jets should have won last night.
I did not watch it. All I know is it
God.
ended in a very liney way for the Jets.
Freaking, I hate the Jets. Okay, I'm a Patriots fan, so I hate the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
But it's rigged for the Taylor Swifty wannabe fellas. Did you see the prices of tickets like jump 40% ever since she started dating him? Just because she's going to be in the building most of the time to watch him play.
She's America's sweetheart.
That's fucked up. So they showed a picture of the Skybox last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was obviously Taylor Swift. There was Blake Lively,
Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. So somebody made a video panning it. It says, "Is that Deadpool and Wolverine?"
So yeah, apparently she had tweeted earlier in the week that she was in need of 5 tickets for the game.
Yeah.
So apparently she got them.
Apparently
But I'm
she
thinking
got
about making a tweet myself and tagging her and Ryan Reynolds and all the other ones, saying I'm in need of 5 Lions tickets. Really? She can't find 5 tickets on her own? For someone that...
I could.
Go to StubHub like the rest of us peasants
Yeah.
and pay an exorbitant amount of money. How does it feel not to be able to get tickets to an event? Now you know how your fans feel.
They would have her own little her own little field box. Not even a skybox. You get a field box.
Yeah.
And just she and 5 friends would just be sitting down there on the field, like against all rules.
Yeah.
Just because it's them. Yeah.
Well, they used to have those. They tried that out for a little while, didn't they? Like, there was like a set of bleachers on the up against the wall.
It was Comcast when Comcast was before
Yeah.
they changed to Xfinity. It was like their
They had couches and stuff down there.
yeah they had a couch. It was like you got your seat
That's
upgraded
awesome.
or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, what an awful way to watch a game, but I mean, because you're not going to see anything happening on the other side of the field. But
No.
Whatever.
No, it was the Tigers game I went to on Tuesday was cool. It was they won, so that's good. First time I ever saw a back-to-back home run. That was kind of neat.
Was it by the Tigers?
It was.
Yeah.
It definitely was. And the little kid next to me was hilarious. So the one guy, I don't remember his name. I don't know any of the Tigers players anymore. So one guy hit one, and the little kid that was next to me stood up and says, "Okay, he just did it. You can do it too." And then he hits one. And he's thinking, "What?" Next guy comes up to me. He's like, "All right, we got 2. You can hit one too." And he hit like a bomb to straight center, but it was caught. This kid was
And
like
this is how
heartbroken.
superstitions start. He's locked in forever. He's going to be wearing that same pair of underwear for the next 40 years. He's going to have it made into a sock or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it was.
I am not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
I think Hockey Town's gone down. Their food was not that good at all.
Okay, I have never been super impressed with the food at Hockey Town. I love the place. It's super cool. I've never been super impressed with the food. I've always gone for the atmosphere.
It was.
We got a tour one of our waitresses when we were there once gave us a tour, so we got to go and all the pictures and stuff. We got to go where they celebrate like when they used to win Stanley Cups
back in the day.
back in the day. Yeah, I mean all that was super cool, and that was always the reason I went there.
There's right in that area now. There's a lot of like pop-up restaurants.
Yeah, there's a lot of good food down in that area. For all the bitching about, and the same thing happens in Grand Rapids to the same extent, is the money that gets poured into that area. Everybody bitching about it, but that's how you revitalize cities. Is you got to start where people want to go, and that's an area people want to go. So, and let it grow from there.
It's funny. So they have condos and lofts for sale or rent down there, and you can buy it for relatively. Well, this was probably a few years ago. You buy it for relatively cheap. It was maybe a $100,000 condo or whatever. But the HOA expense was like another $1,000 for like parking and for 24-hour security.
Jesus.
Jesus H.
Well, yeah, even that. I mean, that's cheap. If you go to Chicago, I don't know. You can park your car for $1,000 a month.
No, I don't understand how people downtown have. I mean, there's there's buildings that are disguised as buildings, but they're actually car lots. Or
Yeah.
It looks like it's just an old building that they somehow threw some. What the fuck's it called? What are they called?
I don't know. I don't know the word you're trying. Parking ramp? Facade?
Parking garage. That's what I was trying
Parking,
to say.
okay,
Parking garage. There you go. Yeah. Anyway, so you go ahead and laugh. It's fine. It's okay. I'm fine with it. My memory isn't what it used to be.
yeah. It's okay. It reminded me of the Office scene where was it Andy? Andy was trying to. They played the first part of the Kit Kat theme, and he couldn't remember how it ended. So it was give me a break, break me off a piece of that, and they'd stop, and he couldn't remember what it was for, and he was like, Honda car?
It's one of my wife's favorite shows. I cannot get into it.
Oh, gosh. It's a gold mine of comedy.
Chuck Lorre must be a millionaire.
I would guess.
A lot.
A lot. Did you know that Jason Kelsey's contract is worth the same amount as Travis Kelsey's contract? They're going to make the same amount of money this year.
I would not doubt that.
Travis Kelsey is the fourth highest paid tight end.
Jason Kelsey is the highest paid lineman.
Highest paid center.
So did you know that yesterday their mom sat with both Jake from State Farm and was hugging on Taylor Swift?
Yeah, she's the real winner in all of this. I mean,
Right?
so I watched the Kelsey documentary, which followed Jason around for last season,
Yeah.
and that whole week of the Super Bowl, everybody wanted to talk to her and not anybody else,
Yeah.
and it was so cool and happy for her. But yeah,
Mama Kelsey gets around. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, folks.
yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. God, what else we got? There's gotta be something else. When are you shutting your truck down? Current truck down?
November 9th is our scheduled last day.
And you will be done. Like there's no opening. There's no during the winter. There's no. We did talk about doing caterings. Do you have an ad running for catering yet?
No, not an ad running currently. Yeah, not currently.
Okay. Are we second guessing that, or just not doing, or just haven't done it yet?
I'm just not pushing it hard right now. I have we had some other things that we were trying to figure out timing wise, personal stuff. So I'm trying to get all that stuff settled before I take on work stuff.
Understandable.
Because we're doing, we're going to
I got that
Iceland.
too.
We're
You're
going
going
to
to
Iceland for a week, right after so we leave November 13th through the 19th. We'll be gone. So
Who the fuck goes to Iceland?
a lot of people. It's a beautiful country.
Isn't that where the Titanic died?
Well, no, because that was in the ocean.
Isn't Iceland touching the ocean?
Well, yeah. But yeah, we're not going to go see the Titanic.
Well, you can't at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, some people tried.
They did. They did. Yeah. That was bad.
No, so it's the land of fire and ice. They have active volcanoes. They have glaciers.
Why is Iceland green but Greenland is ice?
Jesus Christ. It's the oldest joke ever. God.
I know, it's great. Well, cool. I will. That'll be after we get back from Texas. After I get back from Texas, we're gonna do that podcast that Monday morning, so we can talk about you leaving and me coming back.
Yeah, I don't think I can do one while I'm in Iceland.
When you,
So we'll probably have to take that week off. Huh?
You're leaving early the 13th?
Oh, wait, no. 13th is Monday. No, we can do that the 13th because we fly out of Chicago at like 6:30 in the evening.
Are you driving to Chicago first?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
The package was a flight out of Chicago, and I don't want to arrange a different flight and recheck bags.
And hope
So it was all a package.
Okay. Kids going too, or just you two?
No, just us.
Yeah, you are.
No, they'd be bored out of their minds in Iceland. We're doing a Northern Lights evening tour and natural springs.
It's gonna be cloudy as hell.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
God. Thanks, optimist.
Are these hot springs?
Yes.
Ooh, nudie, Josh.
No. Maybe. We'll see.
No, that's fun. That's
Do
fun.
some ice cave spelunking.
Hey, listen. What you do in the bedroom is different. We don't.
I don't do that in the bedroom. I do that
That's not the
everywhere else.
That's not the podcast we need to hear about.
I spelunk anywhere I can manage.
Yeah. I need to.
I love a good wet cave.
Sure you do.
But yeah, that's so yeah, we'll do catering stuff through the winter if we get it. We are instituting minimums on that catering, so we won't do anything less than $1,000.
Okay, that's
Just
good.
for the hassle of turning everything back on in the trailer and then cleaning everything on the trailer. So,
Clean it.
Hmm?
I said cleaning. Huh?
yeah, exactly. I mean, in the winter. So, since we're not running through the winter, it'll get shut down completely. So, water all out of it, and yeah, it won't be heated. So. Yeah, to do a catering, we're talking about a couple days ahead of time, getting stuff warmed back up in there, and then, fridges turned back on, and yeah.
So I saw what I would consider a pretty cool menu board the other day at a food truck. They took a piece of metal, something that a magnet would stick to,
Okay.
and put it on the side of their trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and then printed out their menu items on sheet magnets.
Mm-hmm.
And just put them on top of there, or put them on that.
Yeah,
I think that's ingenious.
I like it a lot. I've seen it before. Unfortunately, we have aluminum trailers.
I know, and that's the
I can get magnets to stick. You just have to find. So with Southern
You have to find
Dimensions,
the
they're
stuff.
all steel framed.
yeah,
But they have to be really, 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 really strong magnets
yes.
to be able to hold anything.
Well, I've gotten like a wreath holder magnet to stick.
So yeah, we tried to do. So I got magnetic hooks to try to do the menu this year. I got rare earth magnet hooks,
Oh.
and it kind of worked. But our menu didn't line up with the thingies,
Okay.
the frame. So we were just a little bit off. So it hold until it got breezy, and then it would start sliding down. But I mean, yeah, there's other ways you can go about it. I mean, you can get magnetic tape, so you could put magnetic tape onto the trailer and then use those as your magnetic posts almost. As a
Yes.
thought. So, yeah, I've seen those. They're pretty freaking cool. And it's a good way to do it. I mean, so when you sell out of an item, you don't have to go out. We just covered ours up, so just take it off. Don't have that anymore.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Maybe something I'll look into for the off season. Yeah, we're gonna. Chad.
Yeah, I like it.
Rama can do it for the sandwich board. Yep, and I think that's where I saw it, Chad. Sandwich boards with it was a magnetic sandwich board, and you could
Correct.
put. Yep. We have a hard time getting people to look down though.
Yes.
So our special board, it's
No, I have the opposite. I have a hard time getting people to look up.
so they look at the sandwich board and then don't look up at
Yes.
the other menu. Yeah.
I had to write on the sandwich board, please look at our special menu. I actually took a small thing, dry erase board, and I taped it to the window. And I'm writing in all cool colors. And I have to point to it and say, hey, we have specials up here too. Oh, let me get one of those. You spent 20 minutes looking at the damn menu, still didn't know what you want.
Yeah.
Or they'll spend 20 minutes looking at the menu. They'll come up. I'll take one. Did you notice the specials? Oh no, I didn't. Oh,
I still find it amazing that people will, instead of ordering the name of the sandwich, they will order the description of the sandwich. Yeah, I'll have one of those pulled pork and mac and cheese and onions on a brioche bun. So a Bert?
So I like the people that say,
Yeah, I
"I'll take
guess.
All right, so if somebody says, I'll take pulled pork and mac and cheese, what do you think that is?
It's definitely not a loaded mac and cheese.
It is definitely not, but that's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, we've heard all of those, and now it's we ask questions after pretty much everything is ordered. So you want the loaded mac and cheese? No.
We also do, since we do sandwich meals, they'll like, can I get a pulled pork sandwich? And like, I'll have it rung up as a pulled pork sandwich. Oh, can I make that a meal? Yeah, but yes, you can. Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Well, so we've been doing boats at festivals and stuff for the visual of.
Yes.
So yeah, now we get the boat. Oh, do you have anything that can like a to-go container? It's like, good. Of course we do.
I need to charge you 30 cents for this extra equipment, please.
I've talked about it with Chris. Like people that get like deconstructed things, like our Durachos, like they're going to eat them later, but they want everything in separate containers. I'm like, we're gonna have to start charging these people an extra $1 because I just sent out $3 worth of containers. We've made zero money on these Durachos.
Yeah, they do the same thing for sandwiches.
Yeah. Ugh.
Can I get a sandwich, but can I get the bun on the side? So then I gotta wrap the bun.
Give you the bun on the side of your head.
Okay, so we got 3 minutes left.
I want to go back to our festival and camaraderie and whatever.
Oh, please do.
So I said that we were across this little parking lot from another barbecue truck. And then there was another distillery that was also doing barbecue sandwiches. Turned out to be like Sloppy Joe's, but whatever. So as we get our menu up and we're setting up, the other barbecue people get there and come over and taking pictures of the menu and everything. Mm-hmm. So when they get all set up and they put up their computer printed menus on the side of the tent, thought for sure we were going to see similar items priced underneath ours. Like our pulled pork sandwich, our basic piglets, $8. I would have put money on it that they were going to sell them for $5 or whatever, you know. But nope, there was nothing less than what we had, and everything was priced the same way. So either they decided to go to our prices and they were priced higher already, or that's just what they had. But would you ever consider that? So if you had something on your special board that somebody else just happened to have, and they were priced $2 underneath you, would you adjust your price at all?
Nope.
Yeah, neither would I.
Good barbecue ain't cheap, and cheap barbecue ain't good.
You know what? You should make that sign and put it up whenever you have another barbecue truck by you that's priced underneath.
So the first event we did in 2023 was a beer festival that had 3 barbecue trucks at it. That we weren't told there were 3 barbecue trucks going to be there. And all of them were underneath me. And whatever. That's all I got to say. Whatever. I can tell you that our local pizza feller, whenever he goes out to our place that is now charging 10%, he raised his prices up $2 a pizza. And
Yeah.
I have heard multiple people say that they're not spending $12 for an 8-inch cheese pizza, or $14 for an 8-inch pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but it's not this. It's not a $5 hot and ready.
It is
Yeah.
definitely not. Or $8 thin crust.
Yeah.
The $8 thin crust, pretty money. Just saying. All that grease just seeps right into the crust, and it's makes me want to poop right now. Anyway. So on that note,
All right.
I hope you have a great week. I hope everybody has a great week. Please keep sending us questions. We love questions. We're only picking on Isaac because he seems to be the one who's sending us questions. So
Yeah. Everybody else get on the
those who
ball.
Get picked on. We'll pick on you as well.
In a good way.
Never.
Okay. All right, everybody. Have a good week. Skippy, I will talk to you soon. Everybody else, same time and channel next week, Monday. Thank you, everybody.
Good luck.
This has been Monday Morning Food Truck. And still is, because I can't find the end button.
It's the same fucking place every time.
Still going. Bye.